Collect what you love. Hey, how's it going? My name's Jake. This is Rocket's Return. Today, talking about collecting what you love. It's not about profit. It can be about art. It can be about anything, really. If you want it to be about profit, go ahead. But just, in my opinion, if it's all about the money, that makes you an investor. I'm one of those people that when I find something I like, I get it in multiples. So when it goes away, I have some. For example, I wear the same pair of shoes and I have 3 pair of them and I'm on my last pair now, meaning I'm going to have to find a new shoe. I also collect multiples of the cards that I like. Steelix is a great example. These are all the exact same Steelix. Every one of them is the same mega base art that I picked up anywhere from $10 to $12. They're not expensive. I just like them. And it was like the first time Steelix got a good card in a long time. Same with the genies, these promos that come with the ETBs. These are sealed. I really enjoy these. And the thing that I hate most is that they made Landorus a actual card that you have to pull and it's hard to find. All the rest of these are just cards that I like and say, hey, I'm going to send off to grading. Rocket, Team Rocket being one of my favorites. Jesse and James, this one's actually a little pricey. Tag Team Mew and Mewtwo. I just collect what I like. And one of the things that I've learned is that if you collect what you love, you never lose. However, if you're collecting just for money, you're going to burn yourself out very fast. I constantly buy multiples of the things that I like. Just going through that stack of cards, there's another Blaziken art just like this one that you can see. And the way I see it is you buy a few, grade a few, or keep them raw. It doesn't matter. That doesn't really take effect right here. But when you buy a couple of these, if they go up in price majorly and you have 4 or 5, you have a few that you can sell to recoup some of that money or put it into something else. So yeah, collect in multiples if you want to, if you can. I do for cheaper stuff. More expensive stuff, obviously not. Excadrill SIR from, I believe it's Black Bolt White Flare. I have 3 of those. I have them all off at grading just because I thought they were all well clean copies, but I just like the art. And if it never goes up, I'll be okay with that. There's a lot of people who purchase and invest for the monetary purpose, and that's it. And honestly, that's okay too. We need those people in this hobby. There's a lot of people who are going to disagree with that. Probably going to absolutely flame me in my comment section. I had a guy in one of my last videos flame me for saying that I was defending PSA, even though I wasn't. It's okay. When it comes to collecting, you have to be able to really have a direction. I believe that you have to have something you're working towards. I think if you're just buying everything, I don't know that it makes you like I don't want to say it doesn't make you a collector, because there are definitely people who just collect cool arts, Pokemon, etc. I'm one of those people. I collect Metagross, Sylveon, Mightyena, Gengar. Every now and then I see a cool card that I like and I just go, man, I gotta have that. Tinkaton is a great one. I love Tinkaton when they came out with that art, with that line, Tinkatuff, Tinkatuff, and Tinkaton. I was all in and I sold them and now I need to get them back because I've decided that I want them again. In sequential order. I need them in sequential order. Set yourself a goal. My goal is to eventually own a Gold Star Metagross. We know that card is super expensive. Vintage is popping right now. It keeps going up. I think that it's an attainable goal. It's a pretty straight shot, but it's like going up a hotel staircase where there's different levels. You have to stop there. You have to stop somewhere. You might be out of breath. This guy. It's not a straight shot unless you're financially well off. However, it's not unattainable for for really anyone if you play your cards right. No pun intended. I have a goal of getting a gold star Metagross. It doesn't have to be a beautiful copy. It just needs to be able to go into my binder and sit there and look pretty when I want to look at it. I'm not just going to save up thousands of dollars and purchase one. Just not going to do that. What I can do is take some of the stuff that I've acquired, sell it. Maybe I've lost interest in it. Maybe the passion that I had for that card when I first bought it is gone. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So I can use those as stepping stones in a way to kind of climb my way towards that. I can also take other steps and, maybe put some extra funds to it, even though I'd prefer not to do that. If I take a break from that goal and I just go off this way a little bit, it's going to take a little bit longer to get to that goal. So I have to be very just aware of what I'm going for. Hey, yeah, I could spend this much on this and this, but is it help me reach that goal eventually? No. Okay, so it would kind of take away from that. Yes, but does it mean that I can't get there still? No. Okay. All right. Is it a major drawback? No, not really. Okay. Well, then I can swing this for now. That's a good way to keep your collection growing without really experiencing the burnout that a lot of people do of, oh, I've dumped all this money. I've put all this money into the hobby and I don't have much. And, I look at my binder and it's nothing special. It's just, it's just a few alt arts and some IRs and it's all really cheap stuff. And it is. My binder is all really cheap stuff. All the expensive stuff I keep elsewhere. Find stuff you love, collect that. That way, if the prices go up and you have multiple, you can get rid of them without feeling terrible. But if you really love something, if you really enjoy it, this is a non-Pokemon card, but I will use it as an example. This is a Hero Quest card. It was a Richmond promo at CollectCon. This is the Steve Aoki company. And there was like a little sign and it said, take a picture with this sign, get a free promo card. So while I'm off wandering around, my lady walks up to that and takes a video with it with my GoPro. And I'll be damned if she didn't get handed this and she said, hey, look what I got you. It's not Pokemon and that's totally okay. It's a Hero Quest card. It's cool. It's a cool looking card, I had told myself anything I get here, I was going to send off to get graded, anything at all. And I said, okay, well, I guess this is going to grading. So I sent it to get graded. And it got a 10. Not only did it get a 10, it is the only 10. It is a 1 of 110. It is something that nobody else graded and probably never will. So is it super valuable? To me, yes. To somebody else, probably not. Maybe to Steve Aoki and his group of, investors and collectors that put some time and effort into that TCG. Maybe it is. But to me, it's super valuable. It was a gift. It was something that she thought was sweet, and it was very sweet. She did it and just said, this is for you. She knew it wasn't Pokemon. She knew it wasn't going to be me being like, oh, hell yeah, babe. But she knew that it would mean something. And it does. It means everything. So now I have it. And if, I received an insane offer for it, I would discuss it with her before I sold it. It's one of those things where I wouldn't let it go for anything. I look at it and I still smile and I remember the interaction and I remember the feeling that I got when she did that for me. Some of the stuff that costs the less is the stuff that means the most to me. This Mewtwo EX was a gift for Christmas from my sister and my 2 nephews, who are 1 and 4. They all know nothing about grading or anything like that. They just know that I do it. They don't know the company. They don't know anything. So this is a CGC slab. It's a 9.5, and it's just a regular Mewtwo EX. It probably cost them very little, and that's totally okay. The gift that they gave me is more important than the monetary value. I got to fix that. So where should you start? If you have the capital, start wherever you want. But if you're new, start with something small, set a goal, reach it, set a new goal. If you have to start all over at square one, go ahead. If you can use what you have, Maybe over that time of reaching that first goal, you've collected some stuff and you're not really super passionate about it anymore. When you look at it, you don't get that same feeling. That's stuff that you can unload. You might be able to get it back later. You might not. Once you reach that goal, repeat that process. If you're still super passionate about everything you have after a few deals, good, keep it. Keep it. Keep all of it. Collectors never lose. If you watch Jodo Jake and Earn Collect's podcast, they say this all the time. Collectors never lose. Real collectors, fake investors, however you want to call it, whatever you want to say about it. The truth is they're right. If you collect, your collection will grow in value over time. On my collector app, which I don't check often because I force myself into thinking only about the monetary value of things, and I start to go, oh, I could sell that, oh, I could sell that, oh, I could sell that. And I don't want to be that person, especially with stuff that's all like relatively new. I fully believe that the stuff we're seeing right now that's reaching these new highs will eventually reach a higher high, and I don't want to feel like I missed out on that. I think that's a big struggle that a lot of us are seeing with vendors right now is they're like, oh yeah, I got this card and I want to sell it, but I'm going to make up a price, what I think it's worth. And I think that's where we struggle. You know, I've got a legendary collection, reverse holo Charizard, coming back from PSA soon. If it hits a 4, it's selling for like 3,000 to 4,000 right now. Which to me, because it's like a childhood thing, it's a cool card. It's a great card. A lot of people are going to hate on me for saying this, but it's not like a grail card for me, especially not in that condition. For me, I had to have to recoup enough to feel comfortable about selling a childhood card. And I told myself that's like $4,000. It's not much, not in the grand scheme. So like, yeah, if I get it back and somebody will buy it for 4K, I will sell it for 4K. However, there are some cards in my collection that are maybe worth a couple $1,000s, and I wouldn't sell them for any less than 10. It's not that I'm trying to get a ton of money out of people. It's that I'm trying to keep the card. I want to keep the card. I might put it in a display case when I start vending to see if I get a good offer, or even to just show it off. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, you know, sent this off and got it graded and now I want $10,000 because it means nothing to me and I'm trying to get as much money as I can. That's not it. Over time, the value, like I was saying earlier, goes up. You have your collector app, for say. It'll tell you, it'll track that. If you get so involved into finding how much the monetary value is of something, I would say that you do not have a passion for that card. You have a passion for the money. Hot take. Some things are going to go up faster than others. It's just how it is. If you decide you want to keep those things or get rid of them, then do that at that time. But don't just go, oh man, I really need this. I'm going to sell my entire collection of everything I love to get this one card. Because then you're there with that one card and you're going to have to start over at ground zero. And with how things are moving right now, you may not ever get back that stuff that you got rid of. You know that old phrase, if you love something, let it go. It's like something that my mom used to say in like when I was a kid and I was dating and I would break up or a girl would break up with me and I'd be like, oh, but I loved her. She would be like, well, if you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be. And if it doesn't, it was never yours. Don't do that in this hobby right now, because as soon as you let it go, if it's any kind of big hitter, you probably won't ever get it back at the same price. You just won't. It's just too hot right now. For example, this little guy right here, okay? I bought this off of this guy online. I actually have a really good story behind this one that I'll tell you real quick. I was on break scrolling my phone and I saw this on Marketplace and I messaged the guy and said, hey man, I really like this card. I've got a few of them. Yours is clean, but your price is set at $25. The market is $15. Would you take $15? He said, no. He said, no, it's too clean for that. And I said, okay, it's one of these guys. I said, all right, man, well, I'll give you 20. Like, I'm going to send it off to get graded anyway. It is a really clean copy. It's a beautiful holo. Old vintage, you know, from the Neo Premium file. I've got a few more over there. The guy was talking to me and he said, okay, cool. Like, we can do it for this price. When do you want to come get it? And I said, okay, well, I work nights and you probably work days. And he said, okay, what do you do? I said, well, I work over here in this part of town, which wasn't far from his location on Facebook. I could get it from you this weekend. He was like, oh, well, I'd like to sell it now if I can. Okay, cool. Well, if you want to come up here, I can walk outside and I can get it. So I gave the guy directions, which he was not good at following anyway. I said, come to the back of the building, told him how to get there. Man was parked in the front where the entire upper management staff sits in the windows, and they just see me walk out. Whatever, bro. Thanks for not listening. He shows up. I take a look at it. He's got his light on it. You know, he's trying to show me how clean it is. I'm like, hey, I got it. He's like, oh, I've been doing this for like 6 months. And I was like, you've been doing this for how long? Bro, I've been doing this for years. I've been a Pokemon fan since I was a child. Mostly video game stuff. After I got out, you know, everybody gets out of collecting cards at some point. Most everybody. And then eventually you kind of seem to find your way back to it. I ended up with it, obviously. And, you know, I said, hey, man, I'll reach out again if I see anything that I like. Appreciate it. I probably won't. I'm not big on overpaying, especially because now I've like lost a little bit of money. If I decided that I wanted to grade that and it doesn't come back a 10, I've paid somebody's imaginary number, and I'm really not big on that. Now that I'm done with my rant, collect what you love. Don't get rid of what you still look at and get that nostalgia feeling for, that, oh man, that memory that you have. If you still feel like that, don't get rid of the card. You'll regret it. You won't like it. And at the end of the day, you have other things I'm sure that you can get rid of. Or if you just need to keep saving a little bit until you reach that spot, then do that. I think I'm going to leave it right there. I've gone off on like 3 tangents, even though I tried not to. So yeah, collect what you love. Don't let others tell you that something isn't cool because it's not valuable. That's a different story. That's a different topic. But collect what makes you happy. And when you lose that little bit of passion, or you don't feel the same way, that's a good time maybe to unload it if you have a plan. If you're just unloading it to get cash, don't do that. Once the cash is gone, you are going to be upset, because then your collectible's gone and your cash is gone and you got nothing out of it. Anyway, guys, I've got to get to work. Thanks for listening. This is probably another 20-minute video that people will watch about 7 minutes of. It's totally fine. We'll get there. I'll get better at this. Again, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.